When purchasing something like this, it would be nice to have a really detailed review, which I didn't get. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys. This is the packaging. I'm just going to pan it, and you can pause if you need to stop and read anything on it. Alright, so I tried to figure out by reading reviews and such, exactly what I was getting. But of course, most people are not very detailed, and the videos just kind of show somebody turning it on and smacking it against something, which doesn't really show much. It does come with an instruction manual here. You can see I've already opened it up. I've already got one out of the bag, so it'll come in these little bags like this. So it looks like we've got the saber. Here's where the sound comes out. Okay. Your switch and the emitter. This one looks a little crooked. Let's see. They're both a little crooked. But I mean, the build quality is really nice. It's very, very sturdy. It's obviously aluminum. This is where the connector goes to attach the two together. Like that. Okay. So in my experimenting, I discovered, I think, part of the reason that people have so much trouble with these. The switches, it's a clicky switch, but it also responds when you sort of half press it. So you should be able to hear the click. Okay, that's the actual click. Now, if I don't press it all the way, it still does it. You didn't hear the click. And I think what's happening to a lot of people is they are accidentally double tapping this, which gives you this effect, which is like a clash effect, which you can see the switch acts all wonky whenever it just turns the sound off, which is supposed to be a triple click. But what I'm going to do is double click it. There we go. If you don't hear that click, I think you're setting the switch up to not understand your input, okay? So now I'm going to show you how this thing actually works. Isn't that pretty cool? See, one of these times I didn't click the switch. So make sure you hear that click every time. I just messed up and didn't do it. Something about the switch, it's a little finicky, so just make sure and always click it. If you're just half pressing, I think it confuses the little microchip in here. So obviously these just thread on to where your emitter is. No set screws or anything. Just give it a little snug. See, this one started into automatic clash mode. You can hear the sound pretty good. And when you turn it off, I'm going to show you the two of them clashing. Okay. Now the one thing I've noticed is there is no swing sound, which might be a deal breaker for some. So if you swing, you either get nothing, or if you swing hard enough, you get the clash. Okay. So something interesting to note here, this saber has a clicky switch, this one does not. This one doesn't make an audible click. You can't feel it really click either. I think this is how it's supposed to be. So I think some of you are getting ones like this with a clicky switch. Go ahead and turn these off. And getting a little freaked out. This one's starting to wear in though. Like I don't think it's gonna stay super clicky forever. Okay, so here's what I've noticed about this saber that I want you to see for the review. Okay, let me turn some lights off so we can see the saber a little bit better. And yes, I do have Mandalorian in the background. So one feature that is super awesome about this lightsaber that I think most other ones don't have in this price range, most of them don't remember what color you are on. So I can change this one to, let's say, orange, and then turn it off. And now when I turn it back on, it's going to be orange again. So that's a really cool feature that the nicer sabers have, that this one also seems to have. So let's go through the colors. Red, well, sorry, orange, like a deep orange. In fact, I'm actually going to play with my camera here real quick and change up some of the exposure settings. So maybe you can see this a little better. Okay, that's a little more representative of what I'm seeing as far as color, okay? I do know that it's not super well focused. Okay, purple. Like a brighter purple. There's like a dark purple and a light purple. There is a sort of light blue. White, like Ahsoka's. There is a bright red, Sith obviously. Green, classic Return of the Jedi. Blue, like classic Jedi blue. Let's see if I can even adjust this a little more so you can see it even better. Yeah, nice pretty blue. A light blue. You can hear my switch. It starts, sometimes it clicks, sometimes it doesn't. And this is just like a slightly lighter blue. This, I would say, is pink. If I had to, with my own eyes, I'd say this is pink. This is a very deep pink, light purple, like a violet kind of color. Green, classic green. Orange, I'm sorry, yellow. Light orange, deep orange, purple, kind of between purple and white, white, bright white, red, classic green. So it looks like there's another green in there. Let's see. Oh, see, I accidentally turned on the, so now I got to double click to turn that off. All right. Yeah, my switch is a little weird on this one. So it may just be that some of these have some slightly defective switches. So yeah, it has a light green here, but further in here, we do have, let's see, where is it? The classic Return of the Jedi green. Oh, and the handle does vibrate whenever you do anything, like you change the mode or whatever, it does vibrate. Let's see. And it does vibrate when you clash as well. It's not like you have to swing the handle in order to get it, but it does seem to go every time once you do it, you know? So that's my review of these things.